Hey, today I'm gonna do a quick review of this finer form 5-in-1 bench versus this other finer form FID multifunctional bench. I'm gonna show you the pros and cons of each of them and overall which one I prefer. So I've had this one for about a year and a couple months and this one for about 2 months. So let's go over this 5-in-1 bench first. So for this one, it's got a ladder system and it has about 7 or 8 positions. You can go all the way to a full upright position. Well, technically, if you wanted to go completely like that, this is a full upright position. And then you can go all the way down to a flat position. And then you even have the option of doing a little bit of a decline. It's just a little bit hard to adjust with one hand. Let's see if I use my foot. There we go. So this is the decline. So you can get a little bit of a decline with that there. The seat does not adjust, but it does have a little bit of a foot pad or foot rest right here. So you can tuck your feet under here while you're using it. I tend to just keep my feet spread and try to get a good position as I'm benching and things like that. But overall, it's very sturdy. I've used 100-pound dumbbells. I weigh about 250. And so benching, that's putting 450 pounds on there. And I've also benched with 225 with it as well. But I tend to not lift super heavy. And then this finer form has a lot more features. So first off, you can adjust this foot position to 4 different slots. You just pull out the pin and you can adjust it. Now you also have this pad here that you can use for so many different things. You can do it for ab work. And the most that I use it for are back extensions and hamstring work. And there's different positions, so you can raise it to different heights if you're taller, or make it lower for shorter positions. I believe there's 6 different positions for that as well. And you can also just completely remove it and take it out if you don't want to use it. And then the actual adjustments here, you have 7 different positions, and it's a ladder system like this one. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my foot, get it to the flat position. So this is the flat position, which is the lowest one. Now, something else when you're using it to make it more stable is there's this pin that you can pull here, and it's gonna pop this thing out like that. Now, when I go back to this position, you can go ahead and secure this flush with it like that, and that's gonna give you more stability from the headrest position. So I highly recommend using that whenever you're having it completely flat. You can also adjust the seat to 3 different heights. I tend to always use the incline just because I'm using incline bench and I don't want to be sliding down as much. Now, going back to what I was talking about before, for like hamstring work with these pads, what I do is put your feet on these little spots right there. And then you lean it up against these pads with your thighs, and then you go ahead and drop down and back up, and that's going to be a great workout for your lower back and your hamstrings. I tend to hold on to weight while I'm doing them as well. You can also rest your hands here. There's a lot of ab workouts you can do having your feet over this, and you can lift up this pad to a higher position so you can tuck your feet under that. There's just a lot you can do with this bench. And one of my favorite things is being able to move it around very easily. So it's got wheels. I can lift it up with one hand, even though it weighs about 40 pounds. Move it around with ease, not a problem at all. Whereas this one doesn't have wheels. But both of these have been great. I've used them for a while, and I will say if I had to choose between the two of them, I would go with this one, but you can't go wrong with either.